Good morning. Today is day 16 and it's so we're over halfway, which is amazing, and it's rest and restore day. So we'll do 3 rounds of breathing. We'll get cozy, we'll get blankets and pillows. We'll make it a very relaxing process, and then we're just going to find a little bit of movement just to move the lymphatic system, just get a little bit of cardiovascular action, and just to keep nice and supple. So we will do a couple of kundalini, very briefly, exercises to move the lymphatic, and then we'll come down to the mat, bring the energy down and do some stretches. Not loads, literally 10 minutes. So if you like the video, like it, and if you haven't yet subscribed, that would be amazing, and I'll see you at the end. So a lovely rest and restore day. Bring some pillows to your mat, or you can do this in bed or lying on the sofa. Get comfy. Pillow for your head, one under your knees, a nice warm blanket. Let's make this lovely, relaxing, cozy experience, because the more we relax as we do the breathing section, the more benefits we have. When we hold tension, then we'll uptake the oxygen quicker, and we want our bodies to uptake the oxygen very slowly. Round 1, big belly breath in and out. Get comfy, in and out. 30 big breaths, ready for a 1.5 minute breath hold. Okay, big belly breaths in. So we're breathing into the stomach, into the chest, a sip into the head, and then let it go. Just visualize that air rushing in, pushing down the diaphragm, filling the stomach area, filling your chest, filling your face, and then passively letting it go. Visualize it, and visualize that breath bringing in deep relaxation. So each time you force that air in, imagine you're forcing in absolute calm and relaxation. 10 more here together. As usual, make the last 10 the biggest ones, ready for our breath hold. Macy's going to be very much involved with the video today. We're doing so well with 5 more, 4 more, keep going. Circular breaths, no gap in between the in and the out breath, literally like waves on the shore. Last one, in and let it all out. We hold the breath out for 1.5 minutes. So get comfy, get cozy, focus on the sensations in the body, lean into the tingling pins and needles. What can you feel? What can you hear internally? What noises can you hear between your ears? What lights can you see behind the eyes? Focus. Observe the sensations as though you are the watcher, not the possessor of the body. We're observing from pure consciousness, because we want to achieve extreme relaxation today. We've worked hard. We've earned this. 30 seconds left. If you want to hold your breath for longer, I will cue you up at 10 seconds to go. And obviously, as always, if you need to take your breath before, that's absolutely fine. Macy and Patch are very cute today. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Huge belly breath in. Hold it in. Force up the root lock, the stomach lock, the throat lock, pushing the air up into the head, changing the electricity, the energy levels in the head and in the brain, changing the hormonal response and the neurotransmitters, and breathe out. Round 2, 35 big belly in-breaths. As I mentioned yesterday, you may do a few less than me, or you may do some more than I do. And the important thing is you find your own balance, you find your own rhythm, And I find that to really help me focus and relax and concentrate, I find the cadence in the rhythm of the breathing in and out. It has a sound to it, it has a rhythm to it, and I observe it. So as well as counting, in my case, I'm also really focusing on the cadence of the breath, which is why it's very important for all of you to find your own rhythm, because then you're more likely to settle in and completely relax. 10 more of round 2. You're doing really well. Let's just keep going. It's a beautiful way to close a weekend. 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and we're ready for this last one. In, let all of the air out, and it's a breath hold of 1 minute 45 seconds with the breath out. Close down the eyes. Feel your head seeping into your pillow or your mattress or your sofa, wherever you've chosen to do your practice today. Feel your shoulders pouring like liquid into the surface below you, and your back heavy, your legs are heavy, your feet fall open, there's no tension in the hands. Just relax. Feel the weight of your body against the surface and observe your experiences all through the body as the hyper-oxygenated blood gradually begins a gas exchange, feeding every cell in the body deep into the brain. 30 seconds left. Deep into the brain, this beautiful oxygenated blood. You're doing so well. Keep going. 10 seconds left if you'd like to pause and hold the breath for longer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Huge recovery breath in and hold it. Push up all the muscles from the bottom up into the head, sending the cerebral fluid on a rapid journey up into the brain and reconfiguring the hormone response. And let go. This is round 3, 35 big breaths. Off we go. In and out. In and out. Really, let's fire up the brain now, feeding it fresh, oxygenated blood. And those areas in the midbrain that generally have less oxygen, we are forcing that process to reverse. 100% blood flow to areas that don't usually receive it. This beautiful process will defog you, it will give you clarity and recall. Just make you feel like you've returned to your purpose, your primordial being, rather than being governed by a modern day society. So I don't suggest you'll go and live in a cave, but just enjoy coming back to your biology. 10 more breaths, and this is the last round, so let's make them big. In and out. In and out. In, out. 5 more big ones. In and out. In and out. In and out. This is our last one. In, let all the air out, close down the eyes, 2-minute breath hold. And let's scan that body. Feel your feet, your toes tingling, buzzing, alive with electricity and energy. Observe your ankles and your calves. Feel your knees. Let go of any tension around the knees. Visualize your hips and the space that they reside in. That space where your navel chakra, the orange orb glowing, the seat of your personality, your sexuality, cleansing that now with the energy. Now up into your solar plexus chakra area just below the diaphragm that has worked so hard. Seat of your intuition, your gut instinct, decalcified and cleansed. Now up into your heart chakra, green glowing orb, open, swollen with fresh blood. Up into the throat, seat of your creativity and communication, cleansed, relaxed. Got 20 seconds left. Then up into the head, your third eye, decalcified and cleansed. And ready, we've got 10 seconds left together here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last breath in and hold it. Last breath to hold, so force it upwards. Push up from the perineum right up into the top of your head. Keep going, keep holding, keep pushing. You're doing really well. Hold it. Really enjoy the sensations at this stage and let go. And just breathe in and out through the nose now. Come back to a natural rhythm of breathing. Nice, long, deep, conscious breaths in and out through the nose. Keep going, just breathing in and out through the nose. Really experience that relaxation. Okay, now come to sitting. We're just I'll adjust my mat and then we'll find a little bit of movement to start our stretching. Okay, so bring the right hand to the chest and then alternate. So the left and then the right to the heart. And breathe in to the left and out at the right. So we're twisting on the spine, really getting some movement all the way up the spine. But as I said yesterday, it's an area, when we twist like this, it's not something we do very often, so it's really healthful for the spine. Now we're going to paint the aura. So feet parallel and hips width apart. Raise the hands high, take a slight back bend, and as you come down, breathe out. So breathe in, back bend, breathe out, sweep the aura. Breathe in, back bend, breathe out, sweep the aura. Let the knees bounce with the movement. So we're getting a full body experience with this. And really just imagine that you're decluttering the energy field around you. Keep going. It's a beautiful motion, and it does obviously use, it gets movement in the whole body. Keep going, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, and then come to stillness. And then we're going to bring the energy down to the mat. Come to the hands and knees, and we're going to take heart melting or puppy pose. So take your hands to the width of the mat, bring your forehead to the mat, keeping some weight, most of the weight, or 89% of the weight into the knees. So we're getting a back bend and a shoulder opener. It's also an inversion, so the head's below the heart. So really just enjoy this and breathe slowly in and out through the nose in this glorious stretch. Just untangling those knots in the shoulders which occur from the lifestyles that we lead. Okay, bring the knees wide, toes to touch, extended child's pose. So keep those hands at the width of the mat, stretched out, Try not to bend the elbows too much so we get into the metabolism. And then post the left arm beneath the right, come onto the left cheek and the left shoulder, and adjust to make sure you are on that left cheek. That way we're getting a twist in the spine, a beautiful compression in the left and a stretch down the right. Also getting a fabulous compression into the hips. Other side, right shoulder to the mat, right cheek to the mat, stretch out that left arm. Really enjoy these stretches and compressions. As we compress, the blood constricts, and then as we stretch, it rebounds back again, forcing new oxygenated blood to each area we've worked. Okay, now meet me in cobra pose, hands underneath the shoulders. Don't collapse into those shoulders so the ears are away. Take the head back if you're comfortable. If not, keep it at the head and neck in line with the back. And just sink into that beautiful back bend. Excellent, you're doing really well. We're not going to be here for long. We're just going to whiz through these. Okay, we're going to take cobbler's pose or celibate pose. So sit either side of the feet. If that's uncomfortable, you can sit onto a cushion. And you can either lean back, stay upright, lean back onto a cushion, lean back onto your elbows. Or if you're comfortable, come all the way to the floor. So you're taking a back bend and take the hands above the head for a lovely heart opening stretch and a stretch into those shoulders. A beautiful stretch for the quads. It worked hard all week and for little return. So this is just giving them a back. If you have any pain in the knees here, by the way, sit onto a cushion to do this. It will take some of the strain out. And if the pain is sharp and stabby, then don't do it. Okay, then bring the heels up, the bottom up. Put the hands underneath the bottom for support. And we're going to do an extended supported bridge variation. So take the legs nice and straight out the front. And we're getting a stretch in the front body and a nice stretch into that cervical spine. Remember not to twist your head in this position as it's a good stretch. Come back to bridge, remove the hands. And then take your left leg along in the mat and bring the right leg into the chest. And squeeze it up to the chest. Then let go of it and then bring it round. So we're bringing the right leg into the armpit. Just getting a variation on that hip compression. And back to centre. Then if you can, take the right leg in the hand and right foot in the hand and take a nice stretch into that hamstring. Or you can hold behind the thigh or behind the ankle or take a strap. Just get a nice stretch into that glute and hamstring. And then take the leg over to the side as far as you can go without lifting the bottom. So keeping both sitting bones on the floor and your left shoulder on the floor. Back to centre. And then we're going to take pigeon pose, recline pigeon. So bring the right foot goes over the left knee, and you can either hold behind the left thigh or the left shin, and then draw it into the chest. So a reclined pigeon. Try not to lift the lower back off the mat here, and try and keep the shoulders without too much work in, so they're relaxed. Bring that foot back to the floor, and then rock those legs over to the left. For our passive twist, right shoulder comes to the mat and we're looking over the right shoulder. So the twist goes all the way down the spine from the top of the head to the base. And just breathe. Keep the eyes closed down. Enjoy the motion. Enjoy the stretch. Enjoy the twist. Come back to centre and we'll do all that on the other leg. So this time bring the left leg into the chest and get a nice compression in that hip. Keep the right leg working, so the knees facing upwards and the toes flexing back. And then take the left leg round the hip and bring it up into the armpit. Just a slight variation on that hip compression. And then take the left foot in the hand, if you can. If not, hold behind the thigh or the ankle or a strap. If you can able to take the foot, that's great. We're getting a stretch into that glute and the hamstring. They've worked hard this week. And then keeping the right shoulder on the mat and your right glute on the mat, open out that left leg to the side. So only go as far as you can go without peeling off the mat, because we want all of the work to be on that inner thigh and groin, getting a beautiful stretch. Come back to centre, and then we'll take recline pigeon this side. So either hold behind the thigh or the ankle of your right leg and draw the left foot towards the chest. The left foot sits on the knee. Both feet are working, flexed back, shoulders with no pressure in, the head has no tension. And then rock those legs over to the right hand side, looking over the left shoulder, when the left shoulder's glued to the mat, getting the passive twist down the left hand lateral side of the body. Just keep breathing in and out through the nose, steady in breaths. It's really important that every day, even if we don't do exercise, just to do a few stretches, just to keep that suppleness in the body. Okay, we're going to rock and roll 5 times up to sitting. So roll back on the shoulders, up to the bottom, back onto the shoulders. This is just really nice for massaging out the spine. Do it a lot in Kundalini. So just rock and rolling back and forth on that back, and then come up to staff pose. And then fold over those legs for a forward fold. If you can't bring your hands to the toes or the feet, that's fine. Bring them to wherever they'll go to. We're just taking a nice stretch over those legs. And just breathe. Breathe into it. Enjoy the stretch. Okay, and then we're coming to butterfly or cobbler's pose. So bring the soles and the heels together. Throw your child a dummy and take hold of the toes or take hold of the ankles, and then really sit up tall through the spine and breathe. Really just take nice long deep breaths. Now we're coming to the close of the practice, and then take come to easy pose and take a Venus lock with the hands. So right thumb over left for men, left thumb over right for women. And then just fold forward. Bring the head, if you can, to the mat. You can bring it to a cushion if you like. Opening one last open of those shoulders. Shoulders take so much of our rubbish. So let's just have that last stretch. Take the head back, come back, back bend, open those shoulders last bit. And then meet me at the front of the mat, bringing your hands to heart center. I promise you it'll be short. And may the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the divine light within you guide your way on. From my heart to yours. Sat Nam. Namaste. Waheguru. Hope you've enjoyed this very brief practice. And just try and relax for the rest of the day. I hope you enjoyed that and find it very relaxing and that you've had a lovely week. We will tomorrow, we're going to extend our breath holds again. So we're going to go for 1.5 to 2.5. So really sort of up in the ante a little bit. And of course that means we're also going to go for the 1.5 cold shower. There's Macy in the background climbing on an exercise bike. So we're going to go for a 1.5 cold shower tomorrow. So prior to that we'll do a nice vigorous Kundalini Kriya to get that heat in the body ready for the cold. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a lovely rest of your day and stay safe.